most pain people experience on a day-to-day basis is from their own thoughts, the way they react to the situations that happen in life. So, for example, there could be something bad that happens to you. It could be, let's say, you got rejected by a girl, for example. You could see that as a negative in your mind. You could see, uh, you go down this spiral of like, oh, I'm not good enough. She's out of my league. Stuff like that. Going down the negative route, or you could take the positive route and see, okay, what did I do wrong in this situation? Well, I acted kind of weak. I wasn't really being very masculine. Um, it could be, I was too available. I was like constantly texting her. That could be an issue. So you take something positive. That's something good. We learn from it. We can go on. And the next one we'll do better, right? So it's like that for most things in life. There will be an event that occurs, and then your reaction to the event can either be a negative or a positive, depending on your mindset. So most people have a negative mindset, just sort of because evolutionarily, in caveman days, we were made to look out for the negatives, look out for that that tree branch that's gonna fall down, that could kill you. The that that water over there seems cold. Don't go in there. That's you could die there too. Um, don't go near this ledge. That could kill you. So like evolutionarily, you were rewarded for avoiding danger more than you were for seeing the positive things. So it's become sort of maladaptive in our current society because people just focus on the negative things, even though it's not necessary. It's not necessary. So yeah, life is kind of like a roller coaster. There's like times when you're happy and everything's going great, and times when you're sad, you know, times when you're going up and times when you're going down, times when things are going well, and times when things are going bad and you're sort of like in a negative frame of mind and things aren't going very well for you. But most people have like a mindset of thinking that it should be perfect all the time, that it should always be here, even though like life is like this, and people think it should be like this all the time, like at the very top, which is just not realistic. Um, One sec, I'm doing something right now. Yeah, I did feed him. Which is so most people have this unrealistic expectation. So they think that life should be like this, but it's gonna be a constant, up and down spiral basically. It could be or like a roller coaster more accurately. So once you can fix your your sort of like your mindset about this, you change your expectations. Your expectations are here and life is here. Once you realize that life is going to be like this, there's going to be times when you feel sad and you just kind of accept it as life. This is how it is. You can make a lot of progress and you don't have to feel like, why isn't it perfect for me? Why am I not happy? Because it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be great. If it was always perfect, everything was always perfect, it wouldn't be very fun. I mean, it would just be boring. You wouldn't even have anything to compare it to. Like, you wouldn't know what good is without bad, or what happy is without sad. It has to be like a relative. So it's necessary. I see it as like a good thing. Um, Sort of tangent to this is like just enjoying the ride, even in those times of negativity when it can be hard. Just sort of try to take the positives from it, like I said, and just kind of just smile and go along with it. If you know it's gonna happen, your expectations have been reset. You know it's gonna be there. You may as well just smile and try to take the good things out of it, even if you're feeling kind of shitty. And it's not to say you have to be happy all the time. You can be sad. You can feel that emotion. That's fine. But you know, you can just take the positives out of it. So, I don't know if someone might be like in this situation right now, but there's been times when a series of events kind of just happens. You're doing well, everything's great, and then just certain things happen. It's like it could be a series of things, and then you're just in a slump. or you could be like not motivated to do anything. You're feeling really depressed. You're kind of like, if you've not really been doing your habits that you want to do, or like something's not going very well. You've been like skipping the gym or something like that, right? Um, in these moments when you have like when you're just feeling very very bad, the main thing to keep in mind that I always think about is hope, just hope in general, just seeing and keeping in your mind just that eventually, even if I'm feeling bad right now, eventually things will be okay. As long as I don't give up, things will be okay eventually. Just keep trying, and you, you can sort of like give yourself permission to be in a slump while trying to get out, if that makes sense. So you can kind of enjoy it, take the positives out of it, and try your best to get out. Now, some ways to get out of the slump, I would say, are it has to be very like incremental. So a lot of people think like if you've been skipping the gym for like 2 weeks or something like that, and then maybe you're trying to get yourself to go back, and you think, oh, it's way too hard to do like a 2 hour workout, I'll do it today. I'll do it today. 100% I'll do it today. And then you don't do it today. So instead, you could just start by telling yourself, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do one exercise and I'm going to leave. Or what I do for like meditation, if sometimes when I was like trying to get the habit right of meditation, it would be that I'll just miss like a few days in a row. And I'm thinking like, it's only, 5 minutes. I'm only doing 5 minutes a day, right? But I'll still be like, okay, I'll do it today. And then it rolls around and I'm like, I don't know. It seems kind of hard. So instead of doing that, you just say, I'm going to do 60 seconds. There's no way you can say that you can't do 60 seconds of it. It was anything. That's really like, it's basically nothing. So if you just reframe your mindset into kind of like take down your ego a couple notches and just do that thing for 60 seconds, you'll start to get some momentum again and then you'll get back up. And that's the fastest way I've found. The times when I've tried to like do everything all at once haven't really worked, and it just prolongs the slump. So you just get some momentum, do the small things, incremental things. You'll get momentum and you'll be good. And then just like sort of this kind of helped me, I guess. So I think naturally or in the past I've sort of had like a predisposition of just like sort of being negative and sad sort of. And I think just having like a cue to just when you're feeling sad but you don't really need to, it's sort of just because it's like comfortable and it's your habit. Just remember that you don't have to be down. You don't have to feel down. You can, sit up straight, smile, think some positive thoughts, try to think, even though it's hard, try to think of positives in your situation. And you'll start to feel better. You'll start to feel like physically better and everything. Then another thing is everyone goes through these points, these dips, these low points. It's like my chain, the low points, right? And how you handle the low points, I think, is a big difference a big delta between like the people who succeed and the people who don't succeed. Is like in those times of like your worst moments, I think that's kind of where the difference is. Like the people who can see that as an opportunity of a lesson, they can learn from it, they can take positives from it, they can learn things and get themselves back onto the track, versus the people that kind of wallow in their sadness and sort of just stay there and sort of stay in a slump and hope something will knock them out of it eventually. Because in the long term, and just having that mindset will sort of like project into the future, will project these two people into the future, someone who kind of has a negative mindset and sort of wallows in their sadness, and someone who has a dip, the same dip, doesn't wallow in their sadness and continues and builds momentum. Over a long period of time, projected forward, the person who has a positive mindset will have a lot more success in life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have one-on-one coaching down below, and if you need any help with anything you're struggling with, any any issues, I can take you from here and teach you my mindset and everything I've learned to get all the way to here in, any of your issues with addiction, with mindset, lifting, yeah. So yeah, appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.